Hello and welcome to another video on ENZ Travels and the final part of my series where I was doing 15 flights in just 3 days. Today I'll be covering the final 2 flights and I'm going to be flying from... oh, we lost the light. Hey, we got the light again. But today I'm going to be travelling from Brisbane down to Melbourne and then onwards to Canberra in their business class. If you haven't checked out the rest of the series, I strongly advise you do so. I've done Link Airways operating for Virgin, another Virgin Australia business class up to Brisbane, 8 stops all the way to Mount Isa with Rex, a 2-stop flight with Qantas Link, and I've just arrived in Brisbane on a Qantas 737. So go and check out those videos before you watch this one. As I said, this is the last video in a series. So let's go and check out the Virgin Lounge. I believe their premium entry has reopened. So just heading down to the premium entry at Brisbane Airport for Virgin Australia. I believe this is available for business class guests, platinum and gold members of Velocity, and possibly just standard lounge members. Okay, it looked a lot more open than that. Anyway, we'll head through normal security then and into the lounge that way. Okay, so I'm just through security at Brisbane Airport, and once again the security guards have opened my bag and started going through it without my permission, which one of the other security guards acknowledged they're not allowed to do. And I went through the body scanner and showed something on the scanner in my crotch area and had to get some ridiculous full pat down, and then I had to have that area swabbed for explosives, and then I had to get the metal detector waved over me. I understand there's obviously a process, but if I had have chosen to go down the other lane which had more people, I would have gone through the metal detector, nothing would have happened. So what is this? Brisbane Airport security needs to up their game. This is the second time I've had a problem with them going through bags without permission. Townsville did it as well. It's an absolute joke. It needs to stop. Anyway, let's get into the Virgin Australia Lounge in Brisbane. Okay, so I am absolutely fuming after that encounter with security. I'm gonna have a shower in the Virgin Australia Lounge. It's very dark in here. No combined shampoo, soap stuff. Yeah, it's quite nice in here. The shower at the Virgin Australia Brisbane Lounge was absolutely fantastic, as was the food today, with 2 types of soup on offer. I opted for the minestrone and some sort of Middle Eastern pastry sort of thing with meat. I then went for some cheese and crackers and another bread roll with lemon lime bitters to go with that. Thought I'd leave the lounge a bit early in Brisbane, head down to the gate number 43. Flight is operating on time today, and can't wait to be a little bit more comfortable after 10 flights on turboprops and a very cramped Qantas economy. So looking forward to business class, that's for sure. And speaking of the sub, there is, I believe, I can't actually make out the rego, but the time's about right. There is a VHZLO, which took me all the way up to Mount Isa yesterday, stopping all stops. I'm not going to go through that again, but I would do that again, happily. See if I can see the flight attendant. Yes, that is our flight attendant by the looks of it. Definitely. Yes, there is the star of this trip, VHZLO. Flying me down to Melbourne today is this 6-year-old Boeing 737-800 VH-IWX, originally delivered to Silk Air in May of 2016 before coming to Virgin Australia in November of 2021. It has 8 business class seats and 162 economy seats. The business class seats are the standard Virgin Australia business class seats, and the economy seats are the new ones found in most of the ex-Silk Air aircraft.
Welcome. Hello.
How's it going? I need to grab a mask off you.
You can have several if you like. Thank you. Welcome to business.
Cool.
Zachary will be
Thank
with you
you.
shortly. Hi there.
You'd think by this point in the pandemic I would have remembered a mask, but at this point of the trip, my brain was absolutely fried. Today I've selected to sit in seat 2A, which is the back row of business class, and you'll note this aircraft doesn't currently have a divider between business class and economy. It's certainly a very strange feeling when you look behind and you can see all the way to the back without the standard purple divider that you find on board Virgin Australia. This is soon to be rectified, I believe. Shortly after boarding, the cabin manager came around serving a choice of sparkling wine or still water. As I don't drink alcohol, there was only really one choice for me, some good old H2O.
We'll be underway shortly. We're just waiting for the last of your bags to go on board downstairs. Would anticipate the next 5 to 10 minutes we'll be underway to Melbourne. Our flight time this evening, 2 hours and 9 minutes. We're flying at 38,000 feet. With conditions to be forecast to be nice and smooth. Weather down in Melbourne, they've had some showers of rain going through all day down there, but clearing up as the evening progresses. Expecting around 8 or 9 degrees Celsius for our arrival, and light southwesterly winds expected. Our arrival time, we're scheduled to see you up at the terminal gate at 20 minutes past 7. If there's any significant changes to that arrival time, I'll give you all an update as we near our descent point. But if there's no changes, I'll leave you in peace and wish you a pleasant flight with us this evening. Thank you.
Pushback was a tiny bit late today, but it didn't really matter as I was guessing that my connection through to Canberra would most likely be delayed, and it was. I had to put up with Karen sitting in seat 1C the entire flight complaining about minuscule things. Come on, you're in business class.
Cabin crew be set up for takeoff.
Takeoff today was from Brisbane's runway 01 right, soaking up the last of the Queensland sunshine for the day and for the trip. Our track today took us out of Brisbane along the standard Brisbane to Melbourne flight path overhead central New South Wales, cruising initially at 38,000 feet before dropping down to 37 and eventually 36,000 feet due to some turbulence along the way. So if you haven't already seen the Virgin Australia business class seat on my channel, we have a safety card and the economy class menu, which is great for the entertainment and accessing that. You do need it, that's why it's in the business class seat pocket. In the armrest there's a large tray table which will meet the centre cocktail table when extended, and it was nice and clean on this aircraft. Now I did give Qantas a bit of stick in my previous video for the aircraft being dirty. This aircraft certainly wasn't perfect, it was a bit dusty. Probably from being in storage and having to be rushed into service. On today's flight we were offered a choice of a Thai green curry or a macaroni and cheese with ratatouille. I opted for the curry. I'm not a big fan of Thai curries, and the mac and cheese did look really nice, and I really wish I had have opted for that. It came with some cheese and crackers and a small chocolate. And afterwards, the cabin manager on this flight, who was absolutely fantastic, came around and offered a second drink service. I grabbed a coffee, and she's probably one of the only flight attendants that actually understood I wanted it strong with a little bit of milk. So for entertainment on board Virgin Australia, all their 737s are equipped with a wireless entertainment system. You need to connect to the Wi-Fi network and then scan the QR code on the economy class menu. On board the ex-Silk Air aircraft, I have found it to be a little bit dodgy. I don't actually use it. I generally just watch like Netflix downloaded to my phone because then I'm picking what I want. But I sometimes look for the map, and yeah, it just doesn't work on this aircraft. So yeah, enjoy landing in Melbourne, where you can see absolutely nothing. You can enjoy looking at my reflection, and yeah, that's about it really. So yeah, landing in Melbourne was pretty uneventful. Thank you. See you later. A pretty good flight on Virgin Australia. As I mentioned, the cleanliness in that cabin was okay. It was just a little bit dusty. This particular aircraft was rushed into service, I believe, around Christmas time, so it may not have been properly cleaned. So hopefully that's something Virgin Australia can look at. Aside from that, the crew on that flight were fantastic, and yeah, look forward to another flight like that in the future. Alright, so I've just arrived at Melbourne Airport after a flight in Virgin Australia's business class. Going to head back to the Virgin Australia Lounge, which I assume is going to be incredibly busy because Sydney is on single runway operations, so everything is going to be delayed. I really hope the showers are open, because I am all sweaty and gross, as the cabin temp on that plane was insanely hot. And the flight to Canberra has also been delayed quite heavily at this point. So we will see how that goes. But yes. Estimated time of departure is currently 9:35 PM. Well and truly the last flight of the night out of Melbourne for Virgin Australia. Yeah. When this video was filmed, the Virgin Australia Lounge at Melbourne Airport was located prior to security screening. However, since this video is filmed, Melbourne Airport has made some significant changes to Terminal 3 and 4, and the lounge is now located after screening, which is a central screening point located in Terminal 4. Okay, so we're in the Virgin Australia Lounge in Melbourne. I'm going to have another shower because I'm all sweaty and disgusting from the cabin temp on that flight. Much the same as Brisbane, however a little bit more well lit. Disappointingly, with the delay on my flight, the lounge is still closing on time, so I think the lounge is going to close about an hour before my flight leaves, so I really hope it doesn't get much later. Yeah. This is the Virgin Australia shower room in the Melbourne Virgin Australia Lounge. After a somewhat cold shower, I made my way out into the lounge, grabbed myself a pie, a bread roll and some Lebanese bread and dip, and made the most of the time I had in the lounge before we were kicked out due to the delay on the flight. It is 9:05 and the lounge has now closed. We are getting kicked out. Our aircraft has just arrived from Brisbane, departing in about 31 minutes allegedly, but I'll believe that when I see it. So anyway, we'll head back through security, as the lounge here of course is on the other side of security, which is a bit unconventional, but yeah, we'll head out and go and eventually get on this flight back home to Canberra. Flying me through to Canberra today is this 12-year-old Boeing 737-800 VHVUX. Originally delivered to Virgin Blue in 2010, it spent a bit of time with Tiger Air before Tiger Air went with the Voluntary Administration of Virgin Australia, and it went back to VA.
Thank you.
So as I upgraded late with a Bid Now upgrade, by the time I was upgraded there was only one seat left in the business class cabin, and that was in fact an aisle seat. So there's no out the window footage on this flight, not that you can really see anything in the middle of the night. So this video is very fast coming to an end. Upon boarding, we were of course offered a choice of sparkling wine or water, and I of course chose water. Once underway on this flight, we're offered a choice of a chicken salad or a chickpea salad. I'd previously had the chicken salad, so I decided to go for the chickpea option. I really, again, regret my meal choice and probably preferred I had have gone for the chicken salad because the chickpea salad really wasn't that great. Apart from that, it was a very uneventful and quick flight, and with that out of the way, we were in Canberra. About half an hour late in the end. It was a very quick flight time, as I mentioned, and we were able to make up a fair bit of time in the air. Nothing really to write home about on this flight. I have landed back at Canberra Airport. We are right back where we started. In fact, I filmed the intro to the video directly up there. 15 flights in 3 days was absolutely massive. I'm not sure if I will do something quite that extreme again, but I would love to go and ride on some more of these regional milk runs around the country. Yeah, so if you've liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and turn the bell on for more content like this, and I might be back next Monday with another video, so I have no more trips booked at this point in time, but this video shouldn't be going up till some point, I think in September maybe, from memory, so I might have something else by then. Anyway, until then, stay safe and we'll see you next time on ENZ Travels.